Right now, a plant is growing in the cracks of your sidewalk. It is growing in parking lots, in empty fields, on the side of roads. Farmers spend millions of dollars every year trying to kill it. The government has officially called it a dangerous weed. But here is the truth. This same plant has more protein than most vegetables, more omega-3 than eggs, more iron than spinach, more calcium than milk, and it grows completely free. No water needed, no fertilizer, no human help at all. The food industry did not forget about this plant by accident. They made a decision. They called it garbage. They called it contamination. They made sure you never ate it. And why they did that tells you everything about how the modern food system really works. This plant is called purslane. Humans have eaten it for 4,000 years. And the story of how it became a crime to eat it is one of the most important food stories of our time. Purslane is a small plant with thick green leaves and a reddish stem. You have probably seen it before. It grows low to the ground. The leaves are small and round. The stem is juicy and almost looks like a tiny cactus. This plant is incredibly tough. It stores water inside its own leaves. So even when there is no rain for weeks, purslane keeps growing. It can grow in soil that has almost no nutrients in it. It can grow in rocky ground, sandy ground, and hard, dry earth where nothing else will grow. It also spreads very fast. One single purslane plant can produce 240,000 seeds in one season. Those seeds can stay alive in the soil for 40 years. If you pull the plant out and leave it on concrete in the sun, it will grow back the moment it touches soil again. This is why farmers hate it. It grows in cornfields. It grows in soybean rows. It competes with crops and is very hard to remove. So agriculture decided purslane was the enemy. But here is what they did not talk about. Purslane contains something that almost no other land plant has. It contains omega-2,3 fatty acids. Not just any omega-2,3, but EPA and DHA. These are the specific omega-3 fats found in fish, the ones your brain needs. The ones doctors say protect your heart. Scientists who discovered this in the 1980s ran the test 3 times. They could not believe it. Plants do not make EPA and DHA. Only purslane does. 100 grams of fresh purslane gives you around 350 milligrams of omega-2,3 for free. From a plant that grows in the street. People have eaten purslane for a very long time. Ancient Persian doctors wrote about it 4,000 years ago. Ancient Egyptian medical books from 1500 BCE listed it as medicine for the eyes and stomach. Chinese doctors in the year 600 AD called it one of the 7 most important vegetables. Greek, Indian, Roman, and Arab food traditions all include purslane. Hippocrates, the most famous doctor in history, recommended purslane to his patients. A medical encyclopedia written 2,000 years ago described purslane as one of the most useful plants for human health. That book was used as the main medical reference in Europe for over 1,500 years. In Mexico, people called it verdolaga and ate it long before Europeans arrived. When Spanish explorers came to Mexico, they saw purslane being sold in every market right next to corn and beans. It was normal everyday food. In Turkey, it was called semisotu. Every household ate it in summer. Recipes from royal Turkish kitchens in the 1500s include purslane salads with yogurt and garlic. In Greece, researchers studied the island of Crete in the 1960s because Cretan people had much lower rates of heart disease than Americans. Scientists tried to understand why. One of the things they found was that Cretan people ate purslane regularly, almost every day. This is 4,000 years of human experience saying this plant is good. Then, in about 50 years, the Western food system decided it was garbage. How did that happen? In the 20th century, food production changed completely. Instead of growing many different plants, farms started growing just one crop at a time. Huge fields of only corn. Huge fields of only wheat. Huge fields of only soybeans. This is called monoculture farming. This system is cheaper and easier to manage with machines, but it has one big problem. Any plant that grows where it is not supposed to is now an enemy. These unwanted plants are called weeds, and purslane grew in those huge crop fields. So, chemical companies made herbicides specifically to kill purslane. Farmers were taught that a field with any other plant in it was a bad field. Government agricultural advisors told farmers that purslane in your crop means contamination. The word contamination is important. It means your food is dirty, your crop is ruined. At the same time, supermarkets were being built across America. Supermarkets needed food that could be stored for weeks, food that could travel long distances in trucks, food that looked the same every time. Purslane could not do any of that. It wilts within a few hours of being picked. It cannot survive long truck journeys. It cannot sit on a shelf for a week. So supermarkets did not stock it. Farmers did not grow it. No one sold it. No one bought it. And within 2 or 3 generations, most people in the West had completely forgotten it existed. The plant did not change. The food system changed. And the food system decided what counted as food. But here is what makes this really shocking. By 1980, doctors in America noticed something. Americans were not getting enough omega-3 fatty acids in their diet. Studies showed this was connected to higher rates of heart disease, depression, and brain problems. The supplement industry immediately saw an opportunity. Fish oil capsules were created and sold. Omega-3 supplements became a huge industry. Then came omega-3 bread, omega-3 milk, omega-3 baby formula, omega-3 orange juice. Companies spent enormous amounts of money adding OMAG to 3-2 foods and then marketing it as a special healthy feature. Today, the global omega-3 supplement market is worth over $35 billion. Purslane was providing omega-3 for free for thousands of years, with no capsules, no processing, no manufacturing, no packaging. It just grew out of the ground. The same thing happened with protein. The global protein supplement market is now worth over $30 billion. Protein powders, protein bars, protein shakes. People buy these because their daily diet does not have enough complete protein. Purslane has complete protein, contains all 9 essential amino acids. These are the amino acids your body cannot make on its own. You have to eat them. Most plant foods are missing 1 or 2. Purslane has all 9. Plus, it has 11% of your daily iron in 100 grams. Vitamin A, vitamin C, magnesium, calcium, all in one plant that grows from the sidewalk for free. We built a $65 billion supplement industry to replace what a free weed was already providing. And we were paying farmers to destroy that weed at the same time. Purslane did not disappear everywhere. It survived in places where the industrial food system did not fully take over. In Turkey today, purslane is still completely normal food. You can buy it in any market in summer. Turkish grandmothers make purslane salad with olive oil, lemon, and garlic. Street food vendors cook it with meat. It is not a health food. It is just food. Cheap, everyday food. In Mexico, especially in the southern states, verdolaga is still eaten at home. One popular dish is pork cooked with purslane in a green tomatillo sauce. People have been making this dish for hundreds of years. In China, purslane is sold in wet markets as a regular vegetable. People stir-fry it, pickle it, or boil it. It has never been reclassified as a weed there because Chinese small-scale farming kept more variety in the food system. In parts of India, North Africa, and the Middle East, people still forage for it and grow it in home gardens. The pattern is very clear. Where big industrial monoculture farming took over, purslane became a weed. Where small, diverse farming survived, purslane stayed as food. The plant never changed. Only the system around it changed. In 1986, a scientist named Artemis Simopoulos was working at the National Institutes of Health in America. She was studying why eggs from chickens in Greece had much more omega-3 than American eggs. The Greek chickens were free-range. They ate wild plants. One of those plants was purslane. Simopoulos tested purslane directly. The results were so surprising, she tested it multiple times. Purslane had more omega-3 than any green vegetable ever tested before. And it had EPA and DHA, the omega-3 types found in fish. No land plant had ever been found to have those before. She published the findings in the New England Journal of Medicine. This is one of the most respected medical journals in the world. After that, universities across Greece, Turkey, Australia, and the United States all started studying purslane. They confirmed everything. The omega-3 content was real. The protein quality was real. The vitamins and minerals were real. The anti-inflammatory properties were real. What the science showed was not that purslane was a newly discovered superfood. It was that science was only now measuring what humans had known for 4,000 years through experience. The ancient Egyptian doctors who used it for eye problems were right. Omega-3 is critical for eye health. The Greek people who ate it and had low heart disease rates were not lucky. They were eating something that protected their hearts. Science just took a long time to measure it. Today, you can find purslane at some farmers markets in big cities. Some high-end restaurants use it as a garnish. Some health food stores sell it in summer. At Whole Foods, when it is available, purslane costs around $10 to $12 for a small bunch. Think about that for a moment. This is the same plant that farmers 3 miles away are spraying with chemicals to kill. It grows for free in every parking lot and roadside. But in the health food store, it costs $12. This is the same pattern that happened with quinoa. Quinoa was a basic, everyday food for poor farming communities in Bolivia and Peru for hundreds of years. Then the Western world discovered it was healthy. Suddenly, the price went up so much that the farmers who had always grown it could no longer afford to eat it themselves. When the food industry rediscovers a nutritious food, it does not make that food available to everyone. It makes it expensive. It makes it exclusive. It turns it into a product for people who have money and time to shop at specialty stores. The plant that poor communities ate for free for centuries becomes a luxury item. And the people who need cheap nutrition the most are the last ones to benefit. Climate change is making farming harder every year. Wheat needs a lot of water. Corn needs a lot of water. As temperatures go up and droughts become more common, these crops are going to struggle. Scientists say wheat yields could drop significantly in the coming decades because of heat and water stress. Purslane needs almost no water. It evolved in hot, dry climates. It actually thrives in the conditions that are destroying other crops. In 2019, scientists at the University of California studied how purslane manages its water. They found something remarkable. Purslane combines 2 different systems of photosynthesis that were thought to be impossible to combine. One system makes plants very efficient in heat. The other system conserves water. Purslane does both at the same time. The scientists said purslane could be a model for engineering drought-resistant crops. Governments are spending billions of dollars in laboratories trying to create crops that can survive in hotter and drier conditions. Purslane already does this, already grows in those conditions, for free, right now. It's in the fields next to those laboratories. We spent 70 years systematically destroying a drought-resistant, nutritious free food. Now we need to spend billions to recreate the thing we destroyed. The story of purslane is not really about a plant. It is about how a food system built around making money decides what counts as food and what counts as garbage. The decision was never about health. Purslane lost its status as food not because it was unhealthy. It was because it could not be owned. Any farmer can grow it. Any person can pick it from the roadside. No company can patent it. No corporation can control it. A plant that anyone can grow for free is not a product. And the industrial food system only has room for products. The Persian doctors who prescribed it 4,000 years ago knew something. The Turkish grandmothers who still serve it every summer know something. The Greek farmers whose children had strong hearts know something. The food system spent 70 years telling you it was contamination. 4,000 years of human history said something very different. Right now, purslane is growing near you. It is free, needs nothing from you. It has complete protein, omega-3, iron, calcium, and vitamins. It has fed humans across every culture and every continent for thousands of years. The only question is whether you will remember what they tried so hard to make you forget. If this opens something for you, subscribe and hit the bell. Share this with one person who still trusts everything the food system puts on their plate. Every like keeps this